So hi, I'm George. I'm here in Stow. My wife and I moved out from the city to have a larger home, build a family in. And after our first winter in the house, we realized that we were burning through 2 tanks of oil a month. The house was drafty. We didn't even heat the whole house because we were so worried about it. And I very quickly had one of those moments where I was like, oh no, what have we gotten ourselves into? And so that's why then we reached out to Dolphin, and we found the MVP program, and we decided to really look at insulating this house the right way. Because I'd been trying some point solutions of doing weather stripping or kind of adding some insulation in little areas, and it just didn't seem to be making the impact that I wanted. I called Dolphin. They came on over, they looked at my attics, they looked at my basement, my windows, gave me a few different options, they laid it out, gave me some education just on the materials that they were going to be putting in. I loved the fact that it wasn't chemical heavy, that it was more natural materials. So they completed the job towards the beginning of the summer, so we were able to really enjoy the summer with peace of mind, keep the entire home the temperature that we want, not worry about closing doors and cutting off sections throughout the summer, keep the house a little cooler, just for the added comfort, and not really worry about touching that thermostat. So it's been an enjoyable summer. It's been fantastic. So first of all, from a comfort perspective, I don't even really feel any fluctuations in heat or cold as I'm walking around the house. Our basement is dry, whereas before a lot of dampness I think would creep in. And we're not getting that kind of basement smell wafted up from that stack effect that would happen from the leaky air. And I get excited looking at my electricity bill now because I see it's less than half of what it was this time last year. And then also during the fall, we've had some cold nights, and I've experimented with just keeping the heat completely off, and I've been surprised by the house just doesn't lose temperature the way it used to. It's a Pearl certification.
The Pearl certification, but what was the level that you achieved?
The second from the highest, I think that's gold.
Gold, I think,
yes.
Yeah, you got the gold. You got the gold standard, which is really nice. So that adds about 5 to 10% of the value to your house.
It does, and it also it feels good as a validation as far as also talking about peace of mind. I just felt very wasteful before. I felt like we're burning a lot of oil. It just felt horrible. We're here in the beautiful countryside, and so to know that there's now a certification that says that our house is much more efficient and green and how we're living in here is great. And I don't need to feel guilty about keeping the house maybe a little colder during summer or a little warmer during the winter.
Right.
So the team at Dolphin was great. They're really considerate, very clean. They cleaned up every single day. They tremendously hardworking. I wouldn't have wanted to be up in that attic. But they were not only clean, but I got the feeling that they really cared about us. We went away towards the end of it on vacation with our daughter, and they did a good final push at the end to make sure that they finished before we got home. So we came home to a clean, insulated house. I think the sooner the better. It certainly was for us. I can't believe the comfort and peace of mind that we have now. And hey, do your research. I researched this very heavily, and that's where I landed at choosing Dolphin because the approach that they're doing, it makes a lot of sense.